Thank you for joining me today on prayercommunicationwithgod.com. I'm honored that you could be here with us, and I pray that something in this message uplifts you and speaks life into you. Today, I want us to look at Psalm 18, verses 1 through 6. I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death encompassed me, and the torrents of ungodliness terrified me. The cords of Sheol surrounded me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried to my God for help. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry for help came into his ears. As I told you earlier in the week, in one of my previous posts, no job is beneath us, none whatsoever. I encouraged you to leave a thank you note on the trash can, out at the curb of the road for the sanitation workers, just to show them how much you appreciate them and that they are valued and that you appreciate that they take steps to make your life a little simpler. Later that day, everything just broke loose here. I encountered septic issues, had things backing up where you didn't want them backing up, and spent like 3 hours plunging toilets. Not only did it happen here at my father-in-law's, where I'm staying, providing care for him, but it happened at my home, where my daughters are. So while I was plunging toilets and bathtubs for 3 hours, my daughters were also faced with the same challenge. So we thought we had this tackled. With each plunge, I proclaimed victory. I have victory over this clogged drain, and I just knew I had it fixed until yesterday morning when things started to back up again. So we took the necessary steps, bought some things which were supposed to unclog the drain. Thought everything was well and good. This morning, my daughter calls me in a panic. Mommy, it's done it again. I'm trying to get ready. I've got somewhere I've got to be, and I just don't have time to take care of this. This was my day. This was going to be a day that I just got to be me, and I wasn't having to take care of anyone, and I had things I wanted to do. There were certain people I was going to go spend some time with because they encouraged me, and I felt like I needed to take care of me. Well, apparently that wasn't what I was supposed to do, not at that time anyway. I again went and purchased the necessary chemicals to unclog drains, and I used like 2 bottles of acid, and the more I plunged, the more water was coming back into the showers and the bathtubs, and I began to feel overwhelmed, and I just cried out, God help me, I don't know what to do. I'm not a plumber. But I know I'm supposed to have victory over this because you tell us in your word that we live a victorious life. We can have an abundant life. And no, this job isn't beneath me. I'm not too good to be plunging toilets. But I also cannot let this thing defeat me. But I can't do it alone. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I have to cry out to God to keep me sane. I was next to tears. Thankfully, didn't go over the edge into tears, but was next to tears. And the light bulb went off. God's kind of donging me on the head, going, hello, you're trying to be Miss Fix-It again and fix everything all on your own. And sometimes you just need to ask for help. And if you ask for help, there are those out there who are very willing, very able to help you. Well, my husband was out of town for the day. He took his father with him. They were gone. So I didn't know right offhand who to call for help. And, it come to me. Call your daddy. He's always been there for you. if there's any way possible, he'll come help you. And so I did. I called my daddy, and I explained to him what was going on. Didn't even have to tell him I was feeling overwhelmed. He just knew it. And he said, just calm down. Take a break. Go sit down in the chair, and I'll be there in a little bit. I'm on my way. Within 15 or 20 minutes, he came. Thankfully, the water had drained out of the tubs and everything, but the problem still wasn't solved. It took a little more investigating. It took a little more work. But he was able to figure out where the clog was, and he was able to pretty easily, kind of messy, but pretty easily take care of this problem. So I'm happy to report that my drains are unclogged at my house. And I'd say this to say that just like it says here in Psalms 18 and verses 6, in verse 6, he says, in my distress I called upon the Lord and cried to my God for help. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry for help before him came into his ears. It may seem kind of trivial to cry out to God for help with clogged toilets, but what else do we do when we don't know where else to turn? And, and God says, I'm here for you for everything, every part of your life. The clogged drain, the breakdown that you feel like you're going to have. Stress, as I discussed the other day, is a reaction to our fear. The fear of the changes that take place in my life. My fear, although I did not allow it to control me, my fear today was I was going to have a bigger mess than nastiness in the bathtubs and the showers. I was afraid I was going to have it in the floors and everywhere else too. And, I just really didn't want to get that. And praise God, it did not go that far. I didn't have to scrub floors. I might have had to scrub showers. I might have had to scrub tubs. But I did not have to scrub floors. And so, God reached out. He heard my cry. And my friend, he will hear your cry tonight, regardless of what it is. Whatever stress is coming your way, whatever attacks you feel like you may be under, know that nothing is too big for God, and that he desires for you to reach out to him. He's your father, and just like my earthly father said to me, calm down, take a break, I'll be there in a minute. God our Father says, peace come to you. I'm right here. You do not have to go through this alone. I will help you with this. So I encourage you tonight, reach out to God your Father. Let him come in and clear these clogged drains. Let him embrace you in his love and just allow you to feel him loving on you. And if I can pray for you in any way, for any circumstance, if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to vent to, if you just need someone to just listen without judgment, I'm here. I'm more than willing to help you in any way that I can. Just reach out to me. Send me an email at rms29105@gmail.com. Connect with me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/prayercommunicationwithgod, or reach out to me on Twitter. It's my Twitter handle, I'm sorry, I went brain dead. My Twitter handle can be found at www.twitter.com/ReginaSanders17. I look forward to connecting with you, and I just want you to know that you too can have victory over any circumstance that comes to you. You can have victory. That victory comes through God, and he's sitting right there. He's ready to help us. Anytime we're ready to say, I can't fix this. I don't have the tools to do it, but God, you do. Help me. When you reach out to Him for help, He will help you. Not only should you reach out to Him for help, if you're in a position where you're a caregiver for someone, or you're going through grief, or any of these circumstances in life, do not try to do it all on your own. There are times that we all need help, and it's okay to ask for help. And believe it or not, there are people there who are ready and willing to help in any way that they can. But they're not just going to step in. We have to tell them, I need help. And we have to be willing to receive that help if and when they offer it. I encourage you to take care of yourself while you're taking care of others. Just as I had planned today, it was going to be a quiet day for me, and I was going to visit with others, and that encouraged me. That was going to be my gift to me to take care of myself. But never fear, I still am taking care of myself. These events for today didn't stop that. I come home back to my father-in-law's. I'm here before anybody else gets here, so I'm able to just enjoy the quiet, just have some alone time with God, some time with you, enjoy my cup of coffee, and I got me some nail polish and things, and I'm just going to have a little spa event because I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to reward myself for a job well done. I worked hard, I earned it, and I'm owning my value, and I'm giving myself a treat. And I encourage you to do that. Give yourself a treat. You've earned it. Even if you had an easy day, that in itself says, okay, it's time for your reward. Don't forget to reward yourself. Take care of yourself. And join us here back at prayercommunicationwithgod.com. Should have a new blog post coming out Monday, hopefully Monday morning. Sometimes I get a little behind, but I will get it out sometime. And look for our newsletter, which should be coming by tomorrow. If you haven't already signed up for it, then please do go to www.prayercommunicationwithgod.com, and it'll pull up this little pop-up window that tells you can sign up for our newsletter. Please do. It comes out once a week. I'm not going to spam you because I don't like to get spammed either. And I'm not ever going to sell or give away your email address. That's yours, and I'm not sharing it with anyone. So do connect with us, though. I enjoy being connected with you, and I pray that you have a very blessed week. God bless you.